thought, I need to go back and photograph that some morning. Well, this is the morning for that. We've got some fall colors. We're in blue hour right now. It's a misty morning here at the Black River in Beards Hills. A short time ago, I photographed some sunrise photographs at Beards Hills to see how the sun would skim across the top of the trees. But driving back from making that, I passed over this bridge that I'm underneath right now, and I noticed the mist on the Black River, and it was striking. And I thought, I need to go back and photograph that some morning. Well, this is the morning for that. We've got some fall colors. We're in blue hour right now. We're waiting for the sun to kind of crest over, and we'll see what we like best, blue hour or golden hour. This is our view and what we're seeing in the camera. The sun will be rising to the left of our view and is going to be striking those trees in the background. We've got the mist over the water and then a nice element of this tree and exposed roots on our left side. My leading line is the reflections in the water and how the stream or the river actually flows off to the left. I do have the camera set up in aperture priority mode, and because as the changing conditions of light go, I'm going to let the camera choose my shutter speed based on the exposure override I'm doing. Right now we are set at f11 and a 2.5 second exposure at ISO 200. I do have a polarizing filter on the camera, but I've got it turned to where I've got no polarization of light. And the reason for that is I want some of the reflections in the water, and I definitely want some of the color reflections in the water when they start coming out. I'm using my Neewer remote control to trip the shutter. It allows me to wander away from the camera. A half press on it will set the autofocus and the exposure. I can see what's going on, and it saves me the trouble of having the remote cable release, the actual cable release, kind of flopping in the breeze. One of the things that I really enjoy about the Fujifilm system is its different film simulations that are built in. Now, I shoot RAW, or the RAF files, pretty much exclusively, but the different film simulations still show up in the EVF, or the back screen. A couple of my favorites are the Classic Chrome and the Velvia for fall imagery. Normally, in sunlight or in the golden hour at the end of the day, I will set the camera to Velvia. It pops the colors up and lets me see potentially where I'm going when I do the final edits, either in Capture One or Affinity Photo. This morning, because of the fog and because of the more gentle nature of everything, I've actually set it to Classic Chrome, which provides a look very similar to classic transparency or slide film. The colors are very gentle. The shadows are a little blocked up, as that film normally did, but it gives a really nice, peaceful, calm look to the imagery. And of course, shooting in RAW mode, it doesn't affect the RAW file. The way the Fuji system works with Capture One is it'll carry along the data, so initially you can see what that Classic Chrome looked like, but it's not baked into the image as it would be with a JPEG. You can fully edit, and you can look at any of the different film simulations at any one time, or do any other modifications that you'd like. I thought I'd give you a little rundown of what this area looks like. Here we are underneath the bridge. Someone actually frequents down here. There's a little fire pit somebody's put together and a couple of rocks to sit. Here's this part of the bridge complete with graffiti. my camera in view setup. There's actually a nice view looking the other way as well, but I have to traverse up the river a little ways to get to anything. And again, this morning I did not put on my rubber boots or wellies, as my friends in the UK would call them. So I guess for trolls this morning, being underneath the bridge. One of the things that is making this morning different than other mornings is the temperature. I'm a little bundled up today because it's cold. It's actually 37 degrees. It may have risen a degree or two, but it hasn't hit 40 yet. I'm in kind of a low-lying area right here. The mist is really starting to roll over this river right now. It's pretty stunning. Because of the cold today, I do have my gloves on and a nice cup of fresh hot coffee. 8:05 in the morning. Sunrise was about 15 or 20 minutes ago, and now we can see that the light is just starting to skim across the tops of these trees that are in our background. Really lighten those up. I don't know if you can see what's happening right now. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on the video for you. But there's a golden shaft of sunlight that's shooting right across the back bank of that river and just lighten that fog right up. I have to see if I can balance out all this dynamic range and capture one. That's always the difficulty, is that the human eye can see so much more than the dynamic range of either film or a digital sensor.